Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Yeah, you don't want
Says
after the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensive.
I don't know what he's doing. Billy, it says you're watching. It says one person's in it. Oh my god, this kid's so baked. Someone's just left. It says 0 now. He doesn't know what he's doing right now. You watching? He's watch. How do I show online?
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Eagles.
throwing again on second down. Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium, watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
7-yard line.
Are you okay? Why was I the Seahawks?
Jackson will throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jordan Brooks able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Check 26, check 26.
Good. Okay, if I stop throwing interceptions, maybe.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
Am I doing?
Here's Moore on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 38. He gives it off to Carson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 38.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Here's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He was down. So
from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He'll run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On 1st down, Carson. Marlon Humphrey with a tackle defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I don't understand why you left the game, Billy.
This is Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. We're scoreless after 1.
How are you going to watch? Just you left. How are you going to get back?
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
He has to join himself, I think.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5.
There he is. He's watching. He was watching. Now he's in. What he's doing.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a couple, Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down, Seahawks.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And oh, he coughed it up. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one is incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 37.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Seattle.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Billy, where's
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
Billy,
they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Raven.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Jackson on 1st down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of its hands quicker.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Take over first and 10. At their own
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 79 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Throwing again. Wilson. He lets it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 61 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
The Seahawks will...
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
15.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no...
Willie Snead all alone. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 78 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Ravens 23, Seahawks 15. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First down.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On the move to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Steps away. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks' 10-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
It's a turnover on downs.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Patrick Queen, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Second down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Yards to go.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
I think you know what you're doing.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Ravens 31. Seahawks 15.
Billy's afraid.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I get him.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chuck Clark showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because he can take off and make a big play with. The coverage was excellent downfield.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating from the gun. Wilson, throw left side, complete. That's Carson. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws.
And my goodness, another interception. picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. But you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that. There have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall. Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On the give, this is their fullback. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But now it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Returning it is Moore. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. He's back to throw. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold it for a short gain when he took off running.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down, Seattle.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Throwing now is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for David Moore. Incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Billy, you awake?
Today's final score.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it,